Are you looking for the best Chromebooks? In this video we will look at some of the best Chromebooks the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 5i. Lenovo has been making some of the best affordable Chromebooks you can buy for several years now, and the IdeaPad Flex 5i is an affordable laptop that provides just about everything you could want in a basic Chromebook. The 13.3-inch 1080p touchscreen is extremely bright and fairly sharp. I wish it had a taller aspect ratio than 16:9, but it's pretty common in Chromebooks. This Lenovo Chromebook runs on a 11th generation Intel Core i3 processor and includes 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. While the processor is starting to show its age, it should still be sufficient for most tasks. 8 hours of battery life is pretty good for a laptop in this price range, and the backlit keyboard is excellent for such an affordable device. The keycaps feel a little small under my fingers, but that's the only real complaint I have. Other things in the Flex 5i's favor include that it has both USB-C and USB-A ports, a microSD card slot and a security lock. At 3 pounds and 0.66 inches thick, it's not the lightest or slimmest option out there, but it's totally reasonable considering the price. Finally, the Flex 5i will receive software and security updates until June of 2029, so you can buy this computer and have it covered for years to come. Ultimately, the IdeaPad Flex 5i hits the sweet spot for a lot of Chromebook buyers out there, providing a level of quality and performance that's pretty rare to find at this price point. That said, given this laptop has been out for over a year now, we're keeping an eye out for a replacement from Lenovo, as well as comparable options other manufacturers release. Number 2. Acer Chromebook Spin 714. Acer Spin 714 is overkill for most, but if you're a serious multitasker, want a better display and keyboard, or just want a computer that'll last as long as possible, it's easy to recommend. Acer's Chromebook Spin 714 has long been one of the best premium Chromebook options out there, and this year's update is no exception. It's a modest tweak to the 2022 model, but given how good that computer is, I have no issues recommending the latest edition. We haven't tested it yet, but Acer will have a review model for us soon. The Spin 714 features a 14-inch, 1900 by 1200 touchscreen. That works out to a taller 16:10 aspect ratio than you'll get from the 1080p panels on most Chromebooks. I'm a big fan of taller laptop screens, and while this isn't as luxurious as the few 3:2 ratio Chromebooks on the market, it's still a comfortable and high-quality screen. One noteworthy new feature is the 2K webcam included in the Spin 714. In a world where we're all doing more video calls than we'd like, having a camera that doesn't reduce you to a blurry spot is definitely appreciated. As for the rest of the hardware, the 13th generation Intel Core i5 processor should be more than enough power for most tasks, and the keyboard and trackpad on the 2022 model are solid, if not the best. The same can be said for battery life. I got about 7 hours using the Spin 714 in my normal daily routine. That's not exceptional, but it's in line with what I've seen on other i5-powered Chromebooks. Rounding out the hardware is 8GB of RAM and a generous 256GB of storage space. The latest Spin 714 model isn't listed on Google's support page, but last year's model is supported until June 2030. The latest model's window should run through June of 2031. Another bonus is that its hardware meets Google's recommended specs to run Steam, so gamers might want to give it a shot and see what games they can install. Just as the name suggests, the Spin 714 has a 360-degree hinge which lets you use the laptop in tablet mode. I'm not a fan of this convertible design. I don't know who wants to use a 3-plus-pound tablet, but Acer did include a built-in stylus for handwriting notes or drawing in apps like the built-in Chrome Canvas. Number 3. Acer Chromebook 516G. Acer introduced the Chromebook 516G in the fall of 2022 as part of Google's push to make devices suitable for cloud gaming, but you don't need to be a gamer to appreciate this laptop. Acer introduced the Chromebook 516G in the fall of 2022 as part of Google's push to make devices suitable for cloud gaming, but you don't need to be a gamer to appreciate this laptop. For $650, you'll get a 16-inch display with a 2560 by 1600 resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. NVIDIA's GeForce Now gaming service supports up to 4K visuals at 120Hz on its Ultimate tier, so you'll get to see those benefits. This laptop also supports Steam, yet another reason gamers might be interested in trying it. But even non-gamers should enjoy the 516G's crisp and clear screen and refined hardware. It also includes Intel's 12th Gen Core i7-1240p processor, 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Given the laptop's size, it's good that Acer didn't skimp on ports here. There's an HDMI port, USB-C, USB-A, Ethernet, and a headphone jack. The keyboard has gamer-friendly LED lights that you can customize, but more importantly, it's just a solid and comfortable keyboard, whether you're playing games or just typing out reports. The trackpad is large and responsive as well. The 516G only weighs 3.75 pounds too, pretty light for a laptop with a 16-inch screen. Between the powerful hardware, solid design, good trackpad and keyboard and great screen, anyone who wants a bigger Chromebook will likely be happy with this model. As for support, Google says the 516G will continue receiving updates until June of 2030.